Alright, Doctor Who, in regards to his character development through each incarnation, working on himself. He never had it 100%. But he's a doctor who lived his life taking what he had learned with him and keeping that best as possible, always on his feet, and allowing people to humble him. But at a certain point, that unfair universe can kick back in, and you can let your own morals subside once more. It's a constant cycle of life. And the Seventh Doctor is born out of that one. Now, not that the Seventh Doctor does not have morals. He does. The Seventh Doctor has his moral code. The thing with him, though, is it is very much adjusted in what a lot of fans would call a chess master archetype. The Seventh Doctor says, if the universe is going to be unfair, I will still be fair, and I will still give everyone a chance. But they get one chance. If I'm feeling up for it, maybe two. But the seeds for your downfall were already planted before this. If the universe is going to be unfair, I'm going to be one step ahead of them. I'm going to show it what real unfairness can be. The Seventh Doctor is a doctor who has taken that responsibility he has learned, taken everything he has learned, taken what he has become at this point as a figure, and says, I have this responsibility, I have this position in the universe that I am in. This position that no one else seems to want to take up and that the universe will seem to damn anybody else for having. I'm not giving up. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to do what I can to make sure that the day is saved. But sometimes you gotta play unfair. Sometimes, as much as I hate to say it, you have to fight unfair. That's what he is thinking. He is a doctor who will play dirty. He is the doctor who will take the fight to a personal level if he has to, in order to make a point to you on why what you're doing is unfair. His fairness is in giving you that chance. Once again, maybe giving you that second chance. But you not taking that, that is on you, and that is completely fair, he says. Because he is here in the same position that all the doctors have realized they have fallen into, and have so amazingly welcomed. He is here to be to who he can, to who needs it, and to those who are equally being treated unfairly. And so, some people want to describe him as the darkest incarnation, and I think that's true. Some people would describe him as evil. I would not agree with that at all. The Seventh Doctor is not evil. I don't think so, no. The Seventh Doctor is motivated by the same thing that motivates all of them. He wants to help people. He wants to save people. He has a different idea on fairness based on what the universe has been doing for him. And his problem is he takes it too far sometimes. He's hurt. He's hurt by what he's been doing. He has been trying. This man has been trying so hard. But he is hurt. Through centuries. This man was 813 when he regenerated into him. This man, somehow, I don't know how, apparently lived for another 87 years, so I don't know how that happened. But it did, and he became the Sixth Doctor. The Sixth Doctor is 900 years old, and he regenerates into the Seventh Doctor when he is in his 950s. This man has been working at this for almost a century and a half. Hell, like I said, he's been learning this even before the Fourth Doctor. And then he started to realize it further into the Fourth Doctor's life, which was around 700 and something. But that being said, it's definitely been something throughout his entire life that he's had going for him. It's just taken him a while to truly put it at the core of who he is as a person and his character. So this is something that the Seventh Doctor definitely has at his core, just like all the others. There is no doubt about that. But again, his problem is that he takes it too far. And this pushes everyone away. It pushes away Ace. It pushes away all of his other companions. It pushes away anyone who means a lot to him until he is just in his TARDIS, now a gothic mansion, all alone. No one there. He's going too far. All in the name of being a protector, that responsibility, and in peace. But crossing that line, questionably, back into the realm of cruelty. And by the end of his life, he knows this. He tries to pull back, he tries to stop, he tries to realize how far he has gone. He's alone. He must pull back. He must reflect. And he has the time to do that for a while. And that's where the Eighth Doctor comes in. And that's a whole beast of its own. And that's next time. Now, editing Mikkel here, I want to interject for a moment because I realized while rewatching the footage, I put a lot more emphasis on his darker side than otherwise should be noted. The Seventh Doctor isn't just a dark incarnation. He is much more than that. There are other aspects to his character. For example, in his early season, and throughout even his character as a whole in his life, throughout all the expanded media, his comics even, his books, the audios, it's a consistent thing of his character that he has that goofy side. His entire first season is just that goofier side of himself, mainly, with little sprinkles of the darker side underneath it. That being brought up, I think it's important to emphasize something. His goofier side could be mistakenly noted to be an act. Unlike some past Doctors like 2 or 4, the Seventh Doctor, I do think, puts on a goofier aesthetic sometimes as an act, as it's a big manipulation. It is something he does to his advantage. But similar to the Second Doctor, that is a part of who he is still. The Seventh Doctor is actually really goofy. I think that actually is just as much of a core of his personality as being manipulative. And if anything, I think his goofier side is something that he will gladly embrace, strictly to lighten moods or within moments of extreme comfort and feeling free to be himself in the instances he can. But an additional thing to note with all that is that it almost comes up as an overcompensation sometimes to act in contrast to when he starts getting too dark or starts to go too far. Now, that being said, I want to emphasize again, I don't think it's an act. Sometimes it can be used as an act, yes, but I think the times it is used as an act are definitely trumped by it just being him. I think the Seventh Doctor is naturally goofy. It's so natural to his character, and I think a big part of him is balancing that goofiness with that darker aesthetic, and the darkness can sometimes take over and he can go too far and he has to pull himself back and lighten the mood how he can, and in the best way he knows how, by embracing that other side of his personality on his more goofier side. So yes, there's a manipulative aspect to it sometimes when he has to. He will embrace that and push it to its extreme because it's already natural. You might as well embrace that during these situations where you need it, where you can turn it around to use it as a tool to your advantage. But in general, I don't think it's fake. I think he generally is just goofy. He is a silly man. He is a silly man who has a tendency to drop it and go too far. And in those moments, you would be forgiven for never being able to guess that he even has that side to him. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, and let me know your thoughts. You have a Merry Christmas.